First thing we need to talk about is f of x notation. In this class, many relationships between variables will be expressed via linear equations. When we do this, we're going to see two variables. The input variable is referred to as the independent variable, and the output variable is referred to as the dependent variable. I'll use these terms all interchangeably during the class. Let's look at an example. So here we see y equals 10x plus 50. I see a variable x and a variable y. Now, my input variable or independent variable is typically the one that you're going to be putting numbers in for. In this case, it's x. The output variable or dependent variable is y. And the way to identify it is whatever the equation solved for, in this case y, that's usually your dependent variable. If each input corresponds to no more than one output, then this relationship is called a function. So we can check this by substituting in some values. So if I put x equals 0 into the equation, I get y equals 50. That input corresponds to only one output. If I put in x equals 10, that corresponds to y equals 150, and again, that one input matches up with one output. Now in f of x notation, the output variable is replaced by a name, like f of f, and the input variable is put in parentheses. So here we have our output variable. Now when I go ahead and put it into f of x notation, I just change it to its name, which in this case is f, and in parentheses the input variable x. So f of x equals 10x plus 50. In a typical problem involving function notation, the input may be specified or the output may be specified. So you may be plugging something in place of x, or you may be plugging something in place of f of x. So if f of x is 10x plus 50, find f of 10. Since the x is inside of the parentheses and it's been replaced with 20, let's go ahead and substitute x equals 20 into this function. So I'll put in place of my x 20. If I do my algebra, I see that I get 250. This means that an input of 20 yields an output of 250. On the graph of this function, that would correspond to the ordered pair 20, 250. Now, if f of x is 10x plus 50, for what value of x is f of x equal to 150? In this situation, the output is specified as 150, and to find the value of x, we need to set the function equal to 150. So the first thing I do is I take my formula, 10x plus 50, and I set that equal to 150. Now I'll subtract 50 from both sides, giving me 10x equals 100. Divide both sides by 10, I get x equals 10.